As of late 2022, Jeff Bezos is the second richest person on Earth, with his personal fortune eclipsing the wealth amassed by Microsoft Corporation co-founder Bill Gates and legendary investor Warren Buffett. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Bezos has a net worth of $197 billion. So, in today's video, we will be taking a brief overview of the journey of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Without further ado, let's begin. The founder, former chief executive officer, CEO, and now executive chair of global e-commerce behemoth Amazon, was responsible for running a platform that accounted for up to 9% of all U.S. retail sales and a whopping 51.2% of digital retail spending in 2020. As digitalization reshapes human behavior and the cloud computing revolution does the same to enterprise, the leader in online retail, with its high-flying cloud computing platform Amazon Web Services, AWS, is only forecasted to propel higher, spelling more good news for its founder. When Bezos had the idea for his e-commerce company, his well-intentioned boss tried to talk him out of quitting his stable job with D.E. Shaw & Co. Yet Bezos, raised by his teen mom and later his Cuban immigrant stepfather, always dreamed of creating something different, once telling his school teachers that the future of mankind is not on this planet. Bezos even has a website, BezosExpeditions.com, that provides a rundown of more than 30 of his major investments, projects, and philanthropic endeavors. The name Expeditions is appropriate since Bezos' investments are not concentrated in just one or two industries or even market sectors. Rather, they represent a far-flung exploration of many different business areas and ideas, including cloud computing, robotics, biotechnology, and even home-blown glass. The tech visionary graduated from Princeton with degrees in computer science and electrical engineering. Upon graduating, he turned down job offers from companies such as Intel and Bell Labs to join a startup called Fattel. He went on to launch a news-by-fax service company with Halsey Minor, the co-founder of CNET. After the venture failed, Bezos became the youngest senior vice president of a hedge fund called D.E. Shaw, working his way up the ranks in just 4 years. Bezos might have stayed on Wall Street for the rest of his career if he hadn't been enthralled by the knowledge that, by 1994, the internet was growing at a rate of 2,300% annually. Soon enough, his idea for Amazon was born, and the future CEO began making a list of 20 possible product categories to sell online. During Amazon's first year, Bezos tried to raise money by predicting $74 million in sales by 2020, far underestimating the reality, $1.64 billion in sales in 1999 alone. He managed to gather $1 million in seed funding from angel investors after using up investments from his family, primarily from his parents, who contributed a significant portion of their life savings. The first approximately 20 investors in Amazon put in about $50,000 each for a stake rounded to 1%. Each investment would now be worth approximately $16.71 billion, representing a roughly 334,200 times return, given that investors held onto their entire stakes and that they had never been diluted by later investors. In June 1996, Amazon raised another $8 million in Series A from venture capital firm Kleiner Perkins. Amazon went public in May 1997 and turned out to be one of the few startups that survived the dot-com burst. As the platform diversified its product offerings and solidified itself as a market leader and pioneer, annual sales skyrocketed from $511,000 in 1995 to more than $3 billion in 2001. In 2013, Bezos revealed his plans for the company's revolutionary Amazon Prime subscription business, with Amazon Prime Air, which would use drones to make deliveries to customers. Bezos also has substantial holdings in more traditional investments, such as real estate. His 165,000-acre corn ranch in Texas was acquired as a base of operations for his aerospace company, Blue Origin, and serves as the test site for the vertical landing manned suborbital New Shepard rocket. His personal real estate includes holdings on the East and West Coasts. Bezos has 2 multi-million-dollar homes in Beverly Hills and a 10,000-square-foot apartment in the Century Tower in Manhattan that cost him just under $10 million. Bezos' New York presence is reported to have boosted Century Tower's property values even higher, with space selling for $2,000 to $3,000 per square foot. He also has a lakeside property in Washington state, on which he spent $28 million to increase the living space to almost 30,000 square feet. Bezos has also invested very sizable sums in giving back through charitable donations. In addition to the Bezos Family Foundation that funded several educational projects, Bezos has made individual multi-million-dollar charitable contributions to Seattle's Museum of History and Industry, as well as to his alma mater, Princeton University. In January 2018, Bezos and his now ex-wife Mackenzie announced a $33 million donation to the Dream.us, an organization working to improve college access for undocumented immigrant youth who were brought to the United States as young children. The grant will provide college scholarships up to 1,000 U.S. high school graduates with Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals (DACA) status. Bezos has an affinity for the technology sector, for media and communication services that facilitate connecting people, and for just what he considers to be potentially profitable investments. In the media and communication sector, Bezos has invested in Twitter Inc. and the popular business news website Business Insider. ZocDoc Inc. and Nextdoor are both platforms for connecting people in which Bezos has invested. In the travel sector, Bezos has invested more than $30 million in transportation company Uber. Bezos is a big believer in the cloud, as evidenced by Amazon's major push into providing cloud computing services. However, his investment interest does not end with his own company. One of his notable investment success is Workday Inc., a company that provides human resource services in the cloud. Shortly after Bezos' venture capital investment in the company, it went public in an initial public offering (IPO) that granted more than $684 million. In the sphere of a more traditional retail business, Bezos has also invested in Glassy Baby, a company that makes glass-blown holders for votive candles. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Jeff Bezos has a net worth of $197 billion as of December 23, 2021. Given that his 11% Amazon stake accounts for the majority of his wealth, his net worth can fluctuate significantly depending on the value of the company's stock. As calculated by Vizaka, based on the July 2021 figures, Bezos earned approximately $8.99 billion per month, or $2.25 billion per week, or $321 million per day. In addition to founding Amazon, Bezos also owns the Washington Post and space exploration company Blue Origin. In addition to his 11% stake in Amazon, Bezos has also invested in Twitter, Uber, Airbnb, and Business Insider, in addition to numerous smaller companies. Although Bezos lost the title of the richest man on Earth to Elon Musk in 2021, he remains the second richest person and the only other individual on the planet with a net worth that hovers around $200 billion. It's also important to keep in mind that the vast majority of both men's fortunes are derived from unrealized assets. As such, it's entirely possible that Bezos' wealth may once again exceed Musk's someday. So guys, let me know, what do you think about the journey of Jeff Bezos? For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.